everybody.
Hello! Let me finish what's in my mouth. Something you'll hear Daddy say frequently.
Welcome to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
Yep, we streamed this before when I went to go see Vaughn at their place, but unfortunately the VOD was lost, so we're just gonna start all over for all of you lovelies.
Yes, because unfortunately Twitch only saves VODs for 2 weeks unless you highlight it. And I did not, because I didn't think about it. And here we are.
At least we have the memories.
Yeah. True. Alright, so
Also, we have Phoenix Wright, which means we have the memories. Because all the ladies in this game have huge boobs.
Yes.
Except for the teenager.
That's probably a good thing. Not
Yeah.
sexualize the teenager, like they do all the adult women in the game.
Foreshadowing.
Alright, let's start.
Alright, let's go.
That was the first one, right? I didn't read it.
Yep, the first turnabout. We have to get to voices again. Murder.
Damn it, why me? Gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it.
It's the perfect crime.
Yep, except he's, dumb.
Yeah, pretty much. But wait till you see the one who's trying to pin it on. Well, actually, you saw it. Maybe some of our lovelies didn't see it yet.
Boy, am I nervous.
Right!
Oh, you go ahead. Sorry.
I thought I was doing the girls, you were doing the boys.
See, we didn't talk about that ahead of time, so...
No, we did not. Do you want to do all the voices, or... Because I'm telling you right now, your voice is going to... all the voices.
I mean, no, I don't want to do all the voices. My throat cannot handle that.
Alright. I'll take Mia, and I could also do the judge, because, like, there's only one woman in this.
Okay.
Right!
Oh, hiya, Chief.
Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well.
Thanks? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case?
Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's news to me.
I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over.
Is that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die.
Sounds like he wants to die. I can't quite put my finger on why, though. Possibly when he said he wants to die.
Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? No. The person who kidnapped his actual child. The newspapers say it was you.
Well, we ain't the newspapers, so we're gonna clear his name.
My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Really? It's murder. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butz. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the Butz. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2.
Court now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright? This is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor. I didn't know any of that.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Alright, let's do it. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. Alright, Phoenix,
I
you
didn't
have
study and I'm in my underwear. Consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
That would be Mr. Larry Butz. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up for this? You don't even know the victim's name?
Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on.
Not me on Sunday.
Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press left shift to check it at any time, okay? Technology's amazing. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
It's not... Oh, left shift. Cindy.
So hit V for profiles.
Cindy Stone.
Yes, not Cinder Block, which is the name of the third cow. If I get a chance, I will tell that joke.
The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
Hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object.
Very good, you get a cookie.
Yay, cookie. The chocolate peanut butter?
It's chocolate peanut butter cookie with a Reese's in the middle.
Ooh. That sounds the best.
You have answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Have another cookie. Seriously, the way he's talking to Phoenix, just so condescending.
Right? Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Whop whop. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor?
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object, blah 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 blah. Words are hard. Would you explain to court what this object was? This supposed object that I need to do air quotes for.
The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. No, I'm not getting his voice right. The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker.
It's hard to hear you when you put your hand over the microphone to cover your nose.
Alright, well, I tried.
Not a bad attempt.
Yeah. It was found
He's
lying on
kinda
the floor next to the victim.
Yeah, you got it. I see. Court accept this into evidence.
Statue added to the court record.
Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Until later games where we have magical stones and other bullshit. Use left shift to check the court frequently. Check the court record frequently. Words are very hard.
Words are hard. Order in the court.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. My voice sounded really weird for a bit there.
The prosecution calls the defendants Mr. Butt to the stand. Mr. Butz to the stand.
Yeah, more than one.
Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention, shut the hell up, don't say anything. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Oh, he will. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butz? Is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? Yeah. Like, gruesome, violent deaths. I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever.
He's his eyes twitch.
What's that to you, anyway? Mr. Butz, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact,
Let the court...
Hmm?
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, let the court record show that the defendant is in fact a fucking loser.
In fact, she had completely abandoned you, and was seeing other men.
And she said you had a small dick.
She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record.
Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies.
Post in the comments if you want to be our sugar daddy. Or sugar mommy. Or sugar parent. We don't discriminate around here. We just want sugar.
Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. They don't always have to be older, they just have to be richer. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
How many younger sugar daddies are there?
I don't know.
I'd be amazed.
Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butz, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... Yeah, we're gonna stop him because we want to win this case. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Not unlike what I tell everybody that I love. Whenever somebody's feeling like unaliving themselves, I tell them they better not. Otherwise, I'm going to do the same thing, and then I'm going to chase them in the afterlife and beat them up.
Yes, you did in fact tell me that once.
Only once?
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought I proved my love more than that. I thought I threatened to beat up your soul more than once.
No, it's just once.
I guess you got the picture.
It's you.
Sorry. Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Excuse me while I eat this.
Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh. He went. What do I do? I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah. I was there. I went. Love?
Order! Well, Mr. Butz? Can I stop getting distracted by my food?
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butz is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? Also, I'll believe anything.
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
A likely story. Order! Order in the court! I'll have the cheeseburger. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. No, it's not. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
It's a very subtle name. You probably never guess why they call him that.
Yeah, but he should be Frank Did It.
Well, I mean, that would just make it too obvious.
Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is that correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes.
I love newspapers. Mr. Sawyer, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Witness testimony. I was going door to door selling prescriptions when I saw a man flee in the apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside, because I'm a Southern Belle. I had to call the police immediately.
Oh, my stars.
However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Yes, you can.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record added to the court record. So noon to 6 p.m.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor?
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor? Wow.
Yes, that thing that you have to do because you're a fucking lawyer.
Right, it's your whole fucking job, dude.
Alright, Wright, this is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Are you a fucking idiot? You exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Yes. What? He was lying?
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
People lie when they're trying to get out of trouble.
Do you really think that your friend did it? Why are you defending him if you thought he did it?
Right?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Was your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
Use the fucking evidence. I just said it. You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Literally, take a piece of paper and just smush it into his face and rub it all around. We're lawyers, so it's legal.
Okay.
Open the court record with left shift, then point out the contradictions in the testimony.
Here we go again.
Alright, let me look at all this stuff. Time of death, 4 to 5 p.m. So it can't have been 1 o'clock.
And that's what you gotta call him out on.
Yeah. Let's go door to door. No, not there. "1 p.m. Are you certain?" "Yes, absolutely." He seems really confident. No, he doesn't. 1 p.m.? Oh, that's you.
1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him.
"You found the body at 1 p.m. You are sure?" "Yes. Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain." "Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?" Oh, that. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Guy was fucking full of himself. Mr. Sawyer, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Good job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Like a house of cards. Checkmate.
Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again, without being an asshole?
Time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time taped that You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do. The exact same fucking thing you just did.
I've got this one.
You should by now, Jesus.
What, do I gotta hold your hand through the entire fucking trial? Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it.
Shit!
You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah! Ugh.
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawyer?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Ah, wait, I remember now.
Oh, do you now, Mr. Sawyer? Court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. Please stop spoon-feeding us bullshit. Constant corrections are harming your credibility. I mean, I don't know why we still believe you at this point. Kinda seems like you killed him. That and you seem rather distraught. Do you need to use the bathroom?
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sawyer, since you have a reason for being such a piece of shit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it.
Uh-huh, there was still a blackout.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Although I guess some people do put batteries in their clocks. Gladly. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. How is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who
Moral
do you think you are?
combat!
Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? It was a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Your Honor, there was a gaping hole in the witness's testimony.
Kinky.
The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock was to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he... You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Oh, shit.
Order! Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. You've listened to this guy bullshit long enough, I guess we can give you some time.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as it hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the thing. Well, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Base?
No, it's all conjecture that's very baseful.
Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? I can't wait to see what other shit you have to say about this. Did you strike the victim with the clock? Did someone commit a murder?
That day, I never. Look, the clock. I heard, no, I mean, I saw. Ah. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I hate you.
No cookie for you.
It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn. Give him death.
Order! Order in the court, I say!
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor?
Claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Shut up, Cleo! We're in the middle of a trial here!
The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think this through carefully.
Let me close my door.
Okay.
Sorry about that, everyone.
Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely from the clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That's certainly... Oh, that's you.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Eh? As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. No, it's not. It's 9 hours fast.
Don't spoil that. You gotta get to. You gotta get to that.
Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one.
Oh, thanks. I thought you were just gonna let me burn there for a second. I didn't think you'd actually let me have some time to think.
Ha! Ha ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright? Seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim, even though we've been believing this guy, even though he's been lying like 15 times in each testimony.
Been lying since he walked in the damn room. Yes, Your Honor.
Means we cannot let you indict the witness. I think that's how you pronounce that word.
Indict.
It's spelled Indict.
The C is silent.
And the T is silent?
Indict.
And indict. And the I is long for no reason? Just two consonants after. English is stupid!
Unfortunately, it's the only language we speak. As the cross-examination of Mr. Frank saw it. We're just gonna end it right here on this cliffhanger. Because
All the way
fuck it,
down
why
here
not?
to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all
you did
slime.
kill a woman.
Grr. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Saw-It.
Chief.
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think!
Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and... Think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right. Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? We all know you know because you just said it. Spoiler!
Wait. Maybe I can prove it.
There must be... You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, will you let us have it? Gets it in the face of the cream pie. Wah, 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 wah. You said the clock was already running slow the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Yes, Mr. Wright, are you a better liar than this dickhead? Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her head in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Side? Or should I say Mr. Did It? I forgot about that. Yeah. And he goes rabid.
I thought he just had too much Alka-Seltzer.
Order! Order, I say! Well, this certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? You know, the bullshit artist?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Wow, don't you look like an idiot. Very well.
Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. Not everyone can pull shit like that out of their ass. think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Pretty nifty plot armor you got there. At this point, it's only a formality, but... Court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz. I have the stupidest name ever. Not guilty! Alright, with that, court is adjourned.
It turns out that Frank saw it was a common burglar. He posed as newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sott let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sott grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
Which, as it turns out, was not a blunt.
Defendant lobby number 2. Phew,
The
I
Butz doing
still
number
can't
2.
believe we won.
Right, good job in there. Have another cookie. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. You held my hand through the whole thing like I was a child.
Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, I imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad.
No, wait, not good. The other thing.
Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind.
She's a gold digger. She ain't missing with no broke.
Harry?
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butz, innocent.
Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat.
Oh no, I couldn't. I really couldn't. Please get the hell away from me.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey!
What, you want to go on a date with him?
Here, take this. It's a present. A present? Oh, that's you.
A present for me? Wait, isn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You? You made this? Oh, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry.
Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
Honk honk. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Take that!
Ow!
Check this out,
Place
Larry.
2.
Proof positive. You weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. Who travels with a clock?
Who travels with a clock that's that freaking big and only speaks to you?
Yeah. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. Except we're always right 100% of the time because we're the protagonists. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent Butz.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Harry. You're saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah. Part, at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks?
Chief, are you coming on to me?
Without the two, that would sound A-okay in my book.
And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock you gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end.
The end.